What is up, guys? We have a market watch today. All right, so what are we checking out here? Photon Hypernova. The hype kind of died out a little bit. Now we got triple T's, but that's about it. I mean, I'm kind of looking around. See the Kashtira stuff. I feel the sentiment is that Kashtira is not doing as much as people wanted it to, so I don't think it's going to be the big meta deck that we all wanted to see. I don't think okay, maybe not everyone, right? Kashtira was expensive as fuck on the pre-sales, and now we can see that it is cooling down, to say the least. And you know, I hate to say it, actually I don't, because I was right about like basically everything about the set. I was telling you guys to skip the pre-sales, to use promo code NAFAM to when you don't check out, essentially, because you will save about 100% of what the product is worth. You won't receive anything, but you'll save 100% of whatever the product would have been. So Triple T's is the most expensive card in the set. That's not a Starlight. Actually, the Starlight is already at 75 bucks. That sucks. Carry is actually holding more value than this guy. See, the Starlights, I'm gonna reiterate myself here. They suck. I mean, Kashtira is nice. I'll give him that. Granola, I guess, yeah. Why did we have to have 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥𝗧 in here? Why couldn't it have been a Photon card? And even if the value did suck on that Photon card, it just makes sense to put a Photon card as a Starlight. And it could have even just, you know what, fine. Keep your 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗧 bullshit dragon or whatever. Cool. Gold Pride, carry. Does that deserve a Starlight? Maybe not. Tri-Brigade Arms Junior over here. Does that deserve a Starlight? Maybe not. So the Photon players did get shafted a lot, and we're gonna see something else here, because the market is not treating the Photon players too well here. So Triple T's, like I did say a while ago, is going to be the most expensive card in the set. Predictably, it's a really good card. It searches basically anything that is spell or trap related. That's not, you know, it can't be a continuous trap. It can't be a quick play spell. But if it's a normie spell or normie trap, you can search it, and that is amazing. 75 bucks. I don't like buying stuff that's not a collectible that's north of like 20 bucks. So I would say skip it. But at the same time, guys, I don't think Konami would reprint this in the tins. I think they're gonna milk this card a little bit, and maybe even Kashtira stuff as well, because we've seen it before, right? Store Soul didn't get reprinted in the 2022 tins. We saw Forbidden Droplet. That was, they held out on Forbidden Droplet for a while, guys, just because people were using it and it was a good card. So I do think maybe Konami might be pulling a fast one on us, and Triple T's is not gonna be available for a while. So maybe 75 is cheap. Honestly, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate on that one. Pressured Planet, 𝗬𝗏𝗧, Kashtira, 𝗬𝗏𝗧, and all these other Kashtira cards are kind of going down a little bit. Not too much, though. They have maintained a little bit of value, but I think compared to the pre-sales, they are a lot more affordable. 95 bucks. Dude, whoever told you guys or convinced you guys or try to profit off you guys from buying pre-sales, I would say just never buy pre-sales, guys. I will just go with that. I'm not going to throw shade at anyone here, but dude, the economy is horrible. You know, I'm going to throw a little bit of shade here. The economy is horrible, and if you have some kind of influence, you should not be enabling bad decisions. You should not be telling people to buy cardboard because you can benefit from it, right? It's just a scummy thing to do. Anyways, Kashtira Arise Hard is 16 bucks. It went down pretty heavily, actually. Yeah, wow. That might be the biggest drop of this whole set here. Besides maybe 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗧. Wasn't that like 500 bucks or some shit? Dude, pre-sale people, you guys are insane, bro. I mean, hey, okay, so did people actually buy it though? Yeah, so there was a crazy guy here. More money than sense. More money than sense on that one. All right, so Gravekeeper's Inscription is something I would look into just because it's, I mean, it's relatively cheap to everything. Actually, hang on. Is it? because there's only like 4 cards that are pretty expensive, and they're all, yeah. So it's actually one of the more expensive cards in the set, but I would still say pick it up because it has 3 really good effects depending on what you're going up against. And one of my viewers did kind of point this out. He said he side decks this, and that is, yeah, I would agree. Like, this is a good side deck card, and you got to think about what other cards are really good side deck cards in like basically every deck. And there's not a lot of them out there. People might say Lightning Storm. I don't like Lightning Storm. I think Lightning Storm is a psyop. No, I'm just kidding. I just don't like Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm kind of sucks. And now that I think we have Raigeki at 3 in the TCG, right? Or is that Master Duel? I haven't really played in the TCG. I think it's in the TCG. We don't really need Lightning Storm. I mean, Harpies is at 1, but I don't know. It's that restriction on Lightning Storm I don't like, but I would look into the Gravekeeper's Inscription as a good side deck card. Definitely. Waybridge, of course. I predicted this as well. This was my baseline, guys. I knew we've seen trends where decently good trap cards that are secret rares are in main sets, and they don't do too well, right? I forgot what it was, like a counter trap that was printed in Power of the Elements, I think. That is like a $2 card now. And it's not even like a terrible card, right? It's a trap. It's slow. Like, we know this, guys. So why were you guys paying $17? Hang on, wait. It's 4, 6, 5. I mean, people were actually buying quite a lot of copies of this card at. Wow, no bottom in sight. Hang on. How you guys were buying them out? I just kind of wish I just want to see the highest price someone paid for this card. And I'm already kind of bored of this because this is taking way too fucking long. Anyways, if you guys paid more than $15 for this card, you are crazy. We know traps are slow. I mean, yes, we have trap tricks coming up. That's true. And it is actually kind of a good card. But besides trap tricks, where are you going to put this card in? I mean, Outlake, it doesn't make sense because it's continuous traps. Also, Outlake cards just recurse themselves, so you don't really need a good normie trap, right? You need good normie continuous traps, but not normie traps. So it just doesn't make sense that people are going crazy, or we're going crazy for that in the pre-sales. Like, just skip the pre-sales, guys. Honestly, skip the pre-sales. Save yourself some time. Everything else, though, kind of sucks. Unfortunately, we were spoiled. Incredibly so with Darkwing Blast. Actually, before moving on to the next tab here, I want to see how Darkwing Blast is doing now that we know that the previous set was doing. Okay, shit. Yeah, I called this out as well, guys. I think I called this out like 15 days ago. I saw some price movements on this at like $80, and now it's at $129. So, hey, you missed your chance. You missed your chance. Whenever you see low listings and it's a relatively new set, it's usually a good indicator that you should buy it, right? If it's affordable. So, Bestial, Lubion. I think Bestials are going to be pretty big in this coming format. I think Kashtira, like I said, the sentiment is that they do stuff, but they're not as scary as tier elements were. So now, the big bad that's going to be replacing tier elements is probably not going to be Kashtira, at least not right now with the current cards, unless someone figures out something broken. But I've seen the sentiment around the net, and I don't think Kashtira is it currently. I think it's more of the Lubion, the Bestials over here. But they've been pretty high priced for a while now. I think this went up slightly recently. Here we go, $87. Is that correct though? I mean, yeah, that is insane, guys. Lubion, the Dragon of Lube, is all lubed up and ready to duel. It's insane. Also, Blazing Cartesia went up quite a lot. I mean, yeah, you guys can see that. That is insane. Darkwing Blast. I don't want to go in too deep on this set, but Darkwing Blast is a set that keeps on giving. It's cards that were, how do I put it? The cards have not really gone down in value. If anything, they've gone up in value since then, and in a predictable fashion, right? Like, it's not weird spikes. You can kind of predict when stuff is when it's getting bought out and stuff from this set. Like Lubion is probably going to go up in value just because we have 28 listings and so on and so forth. Although we do have the 2023 tins coming out, so this set is probably going to start crashing. Also, here is another example of a normie trap that I guess is also getting bought out now. That does not do well, guys. Don't get sucked into it. I think this was an ultra. Yeah, this was an ultra, not a secret. So I guess slightly different, but you know, it is what it is. You guys know what I mean. So, all right, this set, Amazing Defenders. What is going on with this market? The absence of tier elements really created like a vacuum. And it seems like a lot of people, it's not because the deck is good, I don't think. I think people are just experimenting. The lists, the ban list, the new ban list, barely came out, not even like 5 days ago. I think it was this week. So people are still experimenting with it. And purely is, it went up quite a bit. I think it went up by like $7. Is that correct? It's kind of hard to tell, but it's a significant change from what it was on release. And what else is here? The Mekanko went up quite a bit and then it went down. I don't know why people were buying it out, to be honest. But again, it's I think we're in an experimental phase right now because we were in a weird format where basically if you weren't playing tiers, you were complaining about people that play tiers. So we have a fresh start, essentially. I think some people called it like a format reset, maybe, I guess. But these buyouts do kind of indicate that. I don't want to use those words, though. Everything else here, though, it's not really interesting. The robots look kind of cool. But, I did buy 3 copies of Card Trooper, though, so I'm all set. I bought it at $40, baby. Let's fucking go. I'm riding this train all the way to fucking Pleasureville here. All right, yeah, 8 listings. Like I said, so if you, relatively new set, we have 8 listings, probably going to go up in value. I probably might sort of could, I guess. I'm going to buy some more of these, actually, I think. Anyways, so moving on here, we have, what is this? OTS 21. I did some openings. There's going to be another video coming out next week, guys, so make sure you subscribe to that one, or subscribe to the channel so you can check out that one. So Fenrir fell short of what I thought it would be. I thought it would be like a $200 card, but it also makes sense from what I've been saying as well, right? People thought, myself included, that Kashtira would be the big bad coming out now that the tier elements were taken away. I thought Kashtira would fill that power vacuum, and it hasn't. So since it hasn't, this OTS, this ulti, isn't going to be, or it currently isn't the most expensive ulti on release that we've had. I think that credit goes to Forbidden Droplet. I think when Forbidden Droplet, the ulti came out, it was like $400 on release or something crazy like that. I wasn't expecting that, but I was expecting more north of 200, not 100. But Sprite Blue, again, see, when I made some predictions on this set, the list didn't come out. Sprites got hit, guys. So this OTS pack, it's still good, but it got worse. Tier elements too. I think we had a feeling that tier elements were gonna get hit, but I don't think people were expecting tier elements to be hit that hard. So this set, it sucks. Like they picked really good alties, tier elements aside. I'm kind of biased. And the supers were all right. Like, they were actually kind of meta-relevant cards, which is what you want from an OTS pack. We have not really seen that in most recent OTS packs. I'll kind of do, like, go shift here to the next tab here. Like, Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries wasn't really meta to the point where it deserved an ulti, right? People were demanding Ash Blossom. That would have been a really good ulti, and I hate Ash. So, like, if someone who hates the card says, maybe Ash should have been the ulti, it kind of hints at, it kind of points to Konami is fucking up, essentially, right? Sky Striker, same thing. No, just no. When did this come out? I forgot when the set came out, so I don't really remember the format too much. Darkwing Blast. Why were none of the Bastiles here as an ulti? I think they were mainly supers. Lubion as a super would have been cool. Then we could have gotten all the Bastiles as supers because I think they were all supers at the time, besides the Lubion. Wait, no, they had an Ultra as well, but no one uses that Ultra, right? I think it's like the bastard child of the archetype. I don't think anyone uses that card. All this to say, OTS 21, with the ban list aside, was actually a pretty good set. Now with the ban list in place, it's still good. I still like it. It's definitely better than OTS 20, 19, and maybe 18. I forgot what 18 had. But it could have been better. It honestly could have been better. But you know what? Konami did have to do something with the format. People were complaining, and with good reason. Hey, if you don't like something, don't. If you're not enjoying the format, guys, just don't play. Right? Don't even. Like, you should have different hobbies that you can go away from Yu-Gi-Oh for like 3 months, come back, and still be happy. Right? You shouldn't derive your happiness, your how do I say it? Like you should not just be a guy that loves Yu-Gi-Oh! You should be a guy who happens to like Yu-Gi-Oh! If that makes sense, right? It should not just overtake your personality, because then you will be a boring ass motherfucker. Anyway, so that my little rant aside or whatever, I haven't given like a lecture like that in a while. Yeah, life lessons, guys. You will get some in this channel. All right, so we're doing a giveaway. I actually got a really good bonus from my job, and so I'm gonna buy something, and then I also feel like I can buy you guys something. So I think I narrowed it down to a Luber. I know I was saying this set or this OTS pack kind of sucked, but I do like the ultis, so I kind of do want to buy some ultis, and also a Luber. You know, I don't play Despia, but out of all the OTS ultis in recent time, it's actually one of the better ones, right? So OTS, let's go to OTS 19, because I think I did open up OTS 18. I think that had a Zeus, didn't it? Fallen of Albaz, I don't really give a fuck. Skill Drain, I might buy at some point. And then Water Enchantress, don't give a fuck. OTS 18, let's see, because I'm pretty sure that was with Fusion Destiny, a Zeus, and then some other stuff. I bought a lot of cards from that set already. The set I haven't bought from was OTS 20, sorry, 20, yeah, 20. Is that correct? We're on OTS 21, so it should be OTS 20. And now I can't even, like, hit the spot. My girl would be disappointed. So what I'm doing is I'm going to be giving away a Luber to someone who is subscribed to the channel. So the rules, shit, I should have written them down. They're the same everyone, but I got to remember. Okay, so the first one is very important. You have to be a U.S. citizen, resident, whatever. You just have to have an address in America. I don't even care if you live in America, but I cannot ship stuff outside of America, right? So that's number one. Number two, make sure you like the video and you're subscribed to the channel publicly. Make sure you Google if you don't know what that means. Number three is that you have to have a code in a comment in this video, and the code will be displayed here on the video, so you guys know how to spell it. I automate this, so if you guys don't spell it correctly, then you won't be considered. I don't even look at the comments. I wrote a script, so I'm not biased at all. The script will pick any comment that's not mine. Actually, I did filter out my name in case I accidentally say the promo code or whatever on a comment. I won't be considered because I can't win. And I think those are it. If there's another thing, I'll put it in post. But yeah, good luck, guys. Yeah, I'm happy I got a good bonus, but I do also want to transition to being a full-time, not even full-time, but probably part-time, because again, this isn't my identity, guys. Yu-Gi-Oh! I just like the game. I like talking about it. But I hope that one day I can make some money and transition away from what I'm doing full-time. And yeah, those are my hopes, guys. But going back to this this here, I think we already did 21. Am I correct on that? Yeah, I kind of ranted a little bit. I think we can end it here with Legendary Duelist Season 2, because it's so alternative white dragon kind of it plateaued for a bit. Let me go a little bit further here. Maybe go. You know what? I guess it didn't change too much, about $3. But what really changed was Photon Orbital, because this card is going up in value. Wait, is it 15 or $24? Let's see. So the lowest listing is lightly played at 15, but people have been buying it for like $24. That's insane, and that's what no reprints do for cards, which kind of gives me. I'm kind of curious how season 3 is doing, because season 3 it didn't do well after a couple. It started off pretty well, and then it kind of slowly fell into the abyss. And the reason was so Liquid Soldier was reprinted, was not reprinted. Who was it? Was Delicious and A Dusted Gold and Magician Souls were printed in Brothers of Legend. Now if you see Brothers of Legend, it also had a side effect on that set. Brothers of Legend is like a trash set at this point. We can kind of take a look at it a little bit fast after this, but Legendary Duelist season 3 is not doing too well. But given how much time season 2 has had to gain some, some value, we can kind of predict a little bit of something here. We can see that Dark Magicians is kind of going away. It's 114 listings at $8, so maybe buy some stuff if you need it. Liquid Soldier, same thing. Sunrise, I think, is going to be a sleeper here. I would probably focus my attention on Sunrise over the other two if you're trying to invest, because maybe not actually, because the listings are low, but there's a lot of multiple there's sellers that have multiple copies, so maybe not. Legendary season 3 is a little bit difficult, I guess, to predict, and I'm not going to be the one to predict it. I'm just letting you guys know, though, season 3, do not sleep on it, because season 2, like, it's had random spikes here and there. We also did get some stuff reprinted in Magnificent Mavens. If that didn't happen, season 2 would have been like a really a good banger of a set. Also of note is that, I mean, a display was actually $50, not even like 2 months ago, because I bought one like 2 months ago at $50, and now it's at $71. And now if we go back here to season 2, a display is $160. So that's all I'm gonna say, guys. I think that's where we're gonna end it. Good luck on the giveaway, guys. Hope you win, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.